Morning guys. So we're on day 2 of this project and my intention is to make it look more like a complete vehicle. So I want to put the boot lid back on, I want to get the bonnet back on, I want to put the steering wheel back on, bolt up the steering column. I'm going to put the rear bumper on just because I think it will look more complete, and I'm even, if I've got time, going to have a go at starting this engine. I don't see any reason why it won't start because it runs freely. Obviously I've got to set up the timing and do the tap hits and just give it a check over, and then believe it or not it could look quite complete even at the end of today, and I'll do a video showing all these improvements I've hopefully completed. Thanks a lot everyone. So I'm gonna play around and try and get the boot lid back on. I found the spring, but the two little plates that go inside where the hinges are missing, so I'm gonna have to make those up. It'll look nice with the boot lid back on. I'm gonna keep my tasks for day 2 quite simple. That engine just looks so good back in place, doesn't it? So I've also got a fiberglass bonnet that has reinforced plates that bolt to the bonnet bracket here, the ones that flip up and down that nearly kill you when you when you go near them, so be very careful. So get the bonnet back on, that will look great, and I might hang it from the columns just to make it easier to fit. And then I want to get the steering working and the steering wheel back on, so I'm going to reconnect the steering column to the steering box. It means I can move it around a bit then. It looks like quite a simple job. There's a couple of bolts missing there above the beam. Another simple job. She looks in such good condition under the bonnet. So the steering column will get bolted back up using the bracket. That's another simple job, and slip that steering wheel back on. And then I'm gonna have a go at putting the rear bumper brackets back in and getting the rear bumper back on. That's where it bolts to. It looks pretty solid down there, so that's good. And then I want to have a go at starting the engine. It's got the wrong rotor arm on it and the wrong cap as well. So I'm going to have to change those, and I'm going to set up the timing. The other thing is I'm not sure about that coil. That coil looks a bit iffy to me. It's shorter than the normal ones, isn't it? But we'll test it. It's a 12-volt system. And look at that engine. I just love seeing that engine back in place. Thanks, everyone.